Hapon, good afternoon, and welcome to our Mindanao Dream. A few of our subscribers have asked, how is Bislig doing with COVID-19? So that's what this video is going to be about. Last month, due to OFWs coming in from Cebu through Butuan, we climbed up to 8 cases of COVID. But with quarantine and time now this month, Bislig City has 0 cases of COVID-19, and a lot of that is contributed to Bislig being I won't say so strict, but being strict with travelers coming into the Bislig area. You have to have your temperature tested. Now this is at both ends of the city. Your temperature tested, your travel passes, rapid tests. If you've been traveling out of or traveling back from a high-risk area like Butuan, Davao, Dagum, you are mandatory quarantine in a government facility for 14 days. And when I say they test your temperature, it has to be below 37.7. And if you calculate that, that is 98.6 or 98.8, somewhere around that, right around what normal temperature is. So they're very strict. Everybody here has to wear a mask. If you don't wear a mask, it's a 500 peso penalty if you get caught. And all these business establishments, if you go inside, you'll see signs outside their doors saying no mask, no entry. So they're very serious about wearing masks here. Social distancing. If you go into these stores, or if you go into banks, or if you go pay your water bill or electric bill or whatever, they'll have in the chairs marked where you can sit. They have X's on the ground where you can stand, so that you are social distancing the 6 feet apart from the person in front of you. Banks are open, but they're only open from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m., only allowing 25 people in at a time. If you're a senior citizen, handicapped, or pregnant, you get priority over everybody else. But still, only 25. And then also, you have to fill out some form. There's a form that you have to fill out, basically saying have you been traveling in the last 14 days. There's a list of things. I can't remember what they all are. Sinks in front of all the malls and the stores for washing your hands. They've set up wash stations with soap and water. Then also, if you have alcohol, you can use that instead. But still, before you go in, you have to sanitize your hands. They have mats that you have to step on before you can go into these establishments as well. Schools opening in August 24th, online or modules. Modules meaning that the teacher will write up assignments for the students. The teacher will take it to the barangay. Then the students will go to the barangay, pick up the papers, do the work. If they have questions, they have to call the teacher. After they're done with their paperwork, they take it back to the barangay. Then the teacher comes to the barangay and collects the paperwork and grades it. In the more rural areas like San Vicente, Santa Cruz, they have a face-to-face, but they're only allowing 20 students per class or per grade for the face-to-face. Don't know what they're going to do with the rest of the other students. Hopefully online, or maybe module as well. Churches are opening up, but they're only wanting 50% of the congregation at one time. In the church that we belong to, the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, there is a mandatory age limit, 21 to 59. So that pretty much just in itself eliminates about 50% of the congregation. But still, within the churches, they have social distancing. They set the chairs apart 6 feet from each other so that you are complying. Tricycle drivers, they used to be able to carry 5, 6 people per route. Now they're only allowed 2. The driver is now also protected, or you're protected from the driver protected you by plastic. He's only allowed now 2 passengers per route. To try to supplement and make up for that, the cost per individual on the route was 8 pesos. It has now been moved up to 10 pesos per person in the route. Jeepneys and multi-cabs, they now used to have up to 12, 16 people inside one of those multi-cabs. Now you'll see them, they have them little booths with little wood and plastic separating each passenger from the other, and you can only get maybe 8 to 10 at the most in those jeepneys and multi-cabs, depending on the size of the vehicle. So the social distancing is really strict and observed here for your protection and everybody's protection for that matter, and for the driver's protection. Restaurants, social distancing once again. Pearl and I went into Uncle Max. It's a nice little restaurant that we have here, and half the tables were gone. And then the chairs that were there were, usually you could get like 4 people to a table. Now you can only get 2 people to a table. So most of the restaurants here are doing takeout. And malls, they open at 8 o'clock and they close at 5 o'clock. Hardware stores, grocery stores, everything is closed up by 5 o'clock. The only places that you will find open are vendors for liempo or manok, lechon manok. Palenque, the market, is open because the fishermen bringing their fresh catches don't even arrive till around 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So the open market is open past 4 o'clock, or open past 5 o'clock, I'm sorry. So in conclusion, my concern, or I would say fear, but question is, because you hear it all the time, the new norm. What is the new norm going to be? Is it going to be face masks for me, always? How strict are they going to be on entry into Bislig City? Is there going to be a point where they aren't requiring the travel passes anymore, but they're going to check temperature still? I don't know. I don't think anybody knows that, and that is the thing that worries me the most. Is we've been so used to the way it was before, and the way it is now is putting everybody in a question mode. In conclusion, I worry for my family. I worry for my family here, but I feel safe here. And I feel safe because I believe that Bislig City is doing everything they can to keep me and everybody in this town, in this city, safe. With that said, yeah, Bislig is doing it right. Please comment, like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, salamat.